Alright, how's it going, guys? So, it's been a while since I've uploaded any IPA content. This is actually, what is this? This is Season 6, Week 3? I could be mistaken about that. Whatever the title says is right. If that contradicts what I'm saying right now, then whatever the title says is right. But we've got a game right here against your boy Alex, Flamedog 3. Now, he's got a pretty interesting team, and I've also got a pretty interesting team. You'll notice this quality pair of very skillful Pokemon right here. Real talk though, I'm always happy whenever I get to bring Mega Audino, which isn't really going to be that often because I have Mega as well, so y'all already know what Mega is usually going to come, but Mega Audino had such an insane matchup. Look at this right here. Audino walls 7 out of the 6 Pokemon he brought. which is pretty crazy. Like, Audino actually literally walls everything. So the only thing I have to do this game is not let Audino get poisoned. I brought Alomola because he had an Infernape. He does not bring the Infernape, so that's kind of good. It's still pretty nice for the Glisspot and for just passing wishes back and forth. And later in the game, you'll see it's actually like pretty pivotal for his Melodic. I guess we'll get into that later. Choice Band Sneasel is really good against literally everything except the Melodic, but we have a Lure. I don't know if you call it a lure set, but we've got a Keldeo set that's specifically made to kind of beat his team a little bit. So actually I won't explain it. I'll just show you. It's better if you can just see it. We've got Spadef, Anti-Zapdos, Nidoqueen, specifically Anti-Zapdos is a really interesting set. It's dual hazards, Ice Beam, Earth Power. So we Ice Beam when he's a flying type, we Earth Power when he roosts, and we just keep getting hazards up, and he can't defog on us is the idea. Last one, we're going to bring Skarmory, but ended up bringing Silvally Steel because, like, here's the thing, right? Nobody ever brings 4 moves on Gardevoir. It just doesn't happen because Gardevoir's support move pool is so nice that, like, you always at least bring one of the support moves, whether it's Taunt or Calm Mind or, I don't know, Wish, Healing Wish, so anything like that. But you never ever see 4 attacks Gardevoir, which is really, which honestly I don't like that. I don't like 4 attacks Gardevoir anyways. But that means he has to choose between Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, and HP Fire. And he's going to not choose Focus Blast, so Silvally Steel is the best choice in that case. That's basically my thought process with that, and it's also nice versus Kyurem, because Alomola is not a Kyurem counter, and neither is literally anything else. I'm pretty sure he brought, like, Modest, Z Hail, so Blizzard in the Hail would be potentially too killing even after I Mega Evolve. But let's just get into the game. So I expect him to lead off with either the Zoroark disguised as a number of things, potentially the Gardevoir. He could lead off with the Zapdos. Okay, well, just, you know what, just the point is, Alomola leads, sorry, Audino, not Alomola. Audino leads off well versus literally everything, because as I mentioned, it walls his entire squad, other than Melodic, because we do not want to get that poison. So we're going to pull the switch out into Silvally, because we know he's going for the Toxic. He misses. We can't Parting Shot, because obviously he's going to be competitive against a team with Parting Shot, so I just hard switch into Keldeo. He makes a good play here going to Zapdos, as that's a pretty good all-round play. Catches me staying in, catches the Keldeo doubles, so that was really good. I'm going to go into Audino here, because the Nidoqueen is way too obvious, so Audino seems like a better pivot, because, like I mentioned, Audino walls everything, so Audino catches any double he makes, other than the Melodic, but the Melodic, again, is not an issue, because we have Keldeo specifically designed to potentially beat this, and, well, we think it's specifically designed. You'll see right here that it's not really, because we go for the Calm Mind, and he reveals the Haze, and I actually didn't even prep for Haze at all. I was like, oh, he has Haze, okay, but, so I go for Secret Sword here. It does a lot of damage, but you'll see right here he has the Haze, so I can't stay in because I'm just going to lose 1v1, so a little bit unfortunate, like I said, I didn't even prep for it, so with that, like, being that, now that we know he has Haze, we basically know the only way we can actually beat this is by Toxicking it, so we have to get a poison on this. Him letting me poison it is probably a little bit awkward for him, but, like, I don't know. What else? He had to be switching into Toxic anyways, so he may as well get a Toxic on me. So I guess it's pretty fair, but, like, the Toxic on the Melodic was huge for me. I'm going to knock off, try to get rid of the Melodic's leftovers, get rid of the Zapdos' leftovers, which is nice as well. And because last time I didn't go hard into Nidoqueen, I think now is the opportunity to go hard into Nidoqueen, if I'm not mistaken. That should be what I did. Yeah, it is. But he catches that pretty good with getting the Melodic double. But again, Melodic is not an issue because we have Regenerator, Alomola, and his Toxic timer is greater than my Toxic timer, so he's going to be forced to switch out before I do. And In addition to that, I can, first of all, throw up a wish, but second of all, I get all my health back with Regenerator, and he does not get all his health back. So it's much better for me in this situation. And the fact that he stayed in there to recover is really nice, because that means I get a free pass into Keldeo. Like, I know he's going Zapdos, but that's really not a threat to me, because like I said, I have Spidef Nidoqueen. Fully Spidef Nidoqueen, might I add. So yeah, I'm going into Nidoqueen right now on the discharge, and we're going to just throw some hazards up right here. If we keep hazards up, we're going to be in a super good position right here. He wants to go melodic because he doesn't want to risk me being some like really offensive set, life orb, stuff like that. But I am Spidef, I am dual hazards, so we're just gonna throw him up. And now that he's toxic, now I can actually set up and beat him 1v1 because he can't continually haze because he's poisoned, and his toxic timer, like I said before, is more than mine. So he's gonna be forced to recover right here. I am down to 59%, but after this Secret Sword, like I said, he can't recover, and after the Secret Sword, he's going to be in range of a unboosted Secret Sword, which is what I wanted, so I'm in a pretty happy situation. I take about 20 from Poison right there, but I am going to live the next round of Poison. I'm not Life Orb or anything, I'm going to just live on the next round. He can't go into anything that I can't deal with unless he goes into the Scarf Zoroark, which he's not actually, but he goes into Zapdos right here, and we're going to reveal that we have the Hydro Vortex off the Hydro Pump. So, huge turn for me right here because we keep Rocks up, and it's going to be huge because keeping Rocks up, you'll see how it fucks up his Gliscod later on, but yeah, keeping Rocks up is just, it's huge. He goes into, definitely not Zoroark, he goes into Gliscod, takes 12% from Rocks, so that's another reason why Rocks were just really nice to have. You'll see right here, because like, obviously we know that's the Zoroark. Reveals the sub, as I'm not going to not Mega Evolve and go for the Toxic. If he's sub, that means he's sub setup, sub SD, sub Calm Mind, sub Nasty Plot. So this is what we have the Encore for. The Encore is actually specifically for the Gardevoir, because if it's sub Calm Mind Gardevoir, Audino can't break the sub with like any attack. Dazzling Gleam's going to do, like, nothing, especially, even without a Calm Mind, but Dazzling Gleam with the Calm Mind's can do nothing. Like, it'll take, like, what, like, 3 Dazzling Gleams to break a Gardevoir sub, so, I needed Encore specifically for that, because, Toxic plus an attack would not deal with Gardevoir, but Toxic Encore deals with sub, because you'll see right here, we get Encore on the turn he goes for the setup, or we could have Encored on the turn we went for the sub, and then we have enough turns to go hard into Sneasel, break the sub, and he'll still be Encored the next turn. So we're pretty free to fire off a knockoff, which we don't because we're bad. Like, I should have gone for knockoff here. There's no reason to not go for knockoff. I was just a bit weird. Because at this point, I think Zoroark is Z-move. Maybe Black Hole Eclipse. Maybe All-Out Pummeling. One of the two. I think Zoroark is Z-move, and I think Kyurem is Scarf. I think Kyurem Scarf, because what else is he going to have for Scarf? Because otherwise, Sneasel outspeeds his entire team. Like, I guess he could have the first impression, but Sneasel outspeeds his entire team otherwise. So, that was my thought process, and I was like, I don't want to knock off here and then be forced to go for Icicle Crash on a turn he can't attack. Because if I go for Icicle Crash on a turn he's not Encored, then I'm afraid that, like, what if I miss? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It just seemed safer for me to go for Icicle Crash, but in all honesty, there was no reason for me to not go for Knockoff. I really just should have gone for Knockoff. Oh, I'm not banned. I'm Life Orb Sneasel. What am I saying? Okay, I thought I was banned for a second. At the very beginning, I'm not though. I'm Life Orb because yeah, switching up moves is really good versus him. Anyway, I'm not gonna stay in and attack because I know even though it'll prompt emergency exit, I'm afraid of first impression. So there's no scenario where I would risk my Sneasel right there. There's just none. And I can he went for Leech Life, did 26%, so I can go for the Toxic right here, but unfortunately, he's going to crit me right here, and the crit is actually pretty annoying for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, it obviously did a lot of damage. Reason number two, I'm forced to switch right here, so there's no 50-50. There's no 50-50, will he stay in, do I Leech Life, or 50-50, do I just fire off Liquidation, because he's going to switch. There's no 50-50, he's free to just go straight for the Liquidation. Like, it's a free Liquidation for him right here, which sucks, because Silvally has to take a lot of damage. Hindsight, I guess I could have just sacked a Lomomola, but I kind of wanted a Lomomola specifically for the Gliscod right here. So I'm going to Parting Shot into the Audino because I know I can take these attacks very easily with the attack drops. But unfortunately, he gets a crit right there again. So when you Parting Shot, but Parting Shot does nothing, feels bad. That's a little bit unfortunate. So now he's free to go into into Gardevoir, because going into Gardevoir, my initial switch into Gardevoir in the first place is Mega Audino, but right now we have Audino in non-Mega Evolved and at 28%, so we do have to switch. So that crit sucks because the crit into Audino sucks because we were forced to sack. If he did not get the crit, Audino would have been at enough health that he couldn't have threatened me with Gardevoir, and I could have just healed on it. So yeah, a little bit. It sucks there that I have to sack Lomola based on the 2 crits. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But we go back into Audino right now, and now we're at enough health. I very rarely actually Mega Evolve Audino because I love the Regenerator. Anyone who knows me knows I love the Regenerator on Audino. But the game plan for this game was to always Mega Evolve Audino as soon as possible because we need the additional bulk to beat down the Gardevoir right here, which you'll see we do. Throw up a Wish. I'm gonna protect. I know it's a roll, but I'm not fucking around with rolls. He knows I'm gonna protect, so he's able to fire off his own Wish, which is okay. I think I should in theory just Wish right here. Yeah, I do just Wish because his switch to Gliscod was gonna happen. So yeah, he's gonna liquidate here. It's gonna do nothing, and I'm gonna encore because there's no reason. There's nothing else I can go for. What am I gonna do? Toxic him? But anyways, we're back to 100%, and he is back to emergency exit, forcing out. And we're back into this same Audino versus Gardevoir thing right here. 40% is a lot of damage, but that's max roll around there. 40% because you'll see, yeah, for doing max around 40%, that's really not that much, and I can just always just beat this down with a Wish Pass. This is why, again, Toxic is nicer than an actual attack, because we can actually beat him by spamming Wish Protect, where we couldn't beat him if we just had an attack by spamming Wish Protect. So you'll see right here, Stealth Rocks is really taking its toll, because he can't actually, he keeps trying to pass into Gliscod, but he can't, because every time he comes in, I get a free turn of Protect right there, and yeah, he can't pass to Gliscod because he takes 25. He takes the majority of the Wish from Stealth Rocks, anyways. I ran a few calcs, and +1 Black Hole Eclipse does not kill Nidoqueen in any universe, because I'm actually max. Like I said, I'm max BDF. So the play here was to go hard into Nidoqueen. Encoring the Dark Pulse is probably something I could have done as well. But there wasn't really any need to, because I guess I mean, he would have lost 25% anyways, but I don't know. I didn't really want to play around with whether he's staying. I don't know. There wasn't really too much of a reason. Just in general, you need to put hard walls this thing. And now that Zapdos is dead, look at the rest of his team. He's got Gliscod, he's got Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir, and he's got Kyurem. So all 3 of them just straight up kill Nidoqueen. All 3 of them just Oko Nidoqueen. So the only thing I need this for in the first place is Zoroark, so I'd rather not playing around with Nidoqueen, not Nidoqueen, with Audino getting hacks. Audino's pretty much at full right now, so may as well preserve that. I don't know, maybe he would have gotten a Sludge Bomb poison. I didn't really want to fuck around with it, and Nidoqueen is literally only useful for the Zoroark right here, so yeah, you'll see right here, Dark Pulse does 27%. I'm just going to break the sub, which is nice. And I'm going to throw up hazards right here as well. I'm going to throw up my dual hazards. Like I said, I'm actually really happy that the Nidoqueen was able to work right here. We're going to throw up the Toxic Spikes on the switch, which is really, really nice. He had to switch out anyways to keep the Zoroark, and if he didn't, then who cares? He didn't 2KO me anyways. And we're able to knock out the Gliscod right there. So that's nice. We got a free layer of Toxic Spikes on the sack, which is definitely very nice. I just stay in right here in case he wants to fuck around with predicting stuff. I mean, like I said, I only need that for Zoroark, and Zoroark takes 12% and takes poison after that, so there's really no reason. I actually calced Pursuit. It didn't kill though, surprise, it didn't kill from 40%, so yeah, that's basically my thing. That's basically what I thought, is yo, maybe I could go for Pursuit, but no, it didn't kill, so there's no reason to. He goes into Kyurem, and like I said, I'm still under the impression that he is a Scarf Kyurem, so I'm not going to stay in anyways. I'm just going to go hard into my Silvally. Silvally is, well, like I said, we're specially defensive. He goes for the Flash Cannon, predicting me to either stay in, obviously, or to go into the Audino. Neither of which happens, so I'm definitely very happy with that. Blizzard wouldn't have killed right there, and we're able to basically take him out with a multi-attack right there. At the end of the day, Audino still walled literally everything. I had Ice Shard in the back for his Zoroark, if that got out of hand, and if he, somehow froze my Silvally or killed my Silvally right there, I would have just went into Audino the next turn. I could protect, and I could wish, and he's poisoned, so he just would have eventually died. And he goes for the Sludge Bomb right here, because, like, obviously, there's no reason for me to, like, no reason for me to risk him, like, critting the Silvally. Obviously, I'm going to try to preserve differential, so, I don't know, he was going he couldn't even get a double crit, because he only would have gotten one attack onto me, right? Because he died to the turn after from poison, so, I mean, it was just a style play, because, like I said, I would have always been able to protect until he died to poison, so, fun game, definitely much more of a stall team than I usually like to bring, but whenever I see Mega Audino do work, I'm always super happy about that, because I think Mega Audino is definitely one of the more underrated Megas in the format. I love drafting it, and it's actually a pretty funny story, because I was originally going to bring a team that I'd built for Josh or someone, I can't remember. It's the team I brought last week. I was just going to bring that because I didn't have time to build, and then we got into the game, and he's like, yo, you traded away Chandelure. I was like, oh shit, I did. So he's like, did you just bring the same team from last week? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, no, fam, fuck that shit. Go build a legit team. I'm like, okay. Are you alright with waiting? He's like, yeah, fam, go. So I'm like, okay. And I went and I built this actual team, and it actually did really well. So I'm pretty happy about that. Like you said, I'm pretty happy about a lot of these Pokemon. Alomomola making its grand first appearance. Wish Tech is the best tech. But yeah, that's this game, and I guess I'll see you guys eventually next time.